Hello, my lovely future corporate Mazdoor. So today we'll discuss about TCS Most asked Salesforce questions for the Salesforce domain people. So let's move on without wasting time. Do hit a like button and subscribe to my channel. So first question is, what is Salesforce? So you need to remember that it is a cloud-based customers relationship management platform, that is CRM platform, that provides a centralized platform for businesses to manage relationship with customers, partners and prospects. So this is your first point. Also, it offers services for marketing, sales, commerce, services and more. The next point is, Salesforce also provide tools for app development using its Lightning platform and support customization via Apex and Visual Forces. So I hope you remember these 3 points. Let's move on. What are the different types of relationship in Salesforce? So there are typically 3 types of relationship: lookup relationship, master detail relationship and many-to-many relationship. So in lookup relationship, a loosely coupled relationship where child and parents are not tightly packed. Okay, a loosely coupled relationship it is where child and parents are not tightly bound, and in master detail relationship it is tightly coupled relationship where the child record is dependent on the parent. Okay, after many to many relationship is achieved using a junction object that includes two master detail relationship. Okay, next, move on. What is trigger in Salesforce? A trigger is an apex code that execute before or after. Okay, it is executed before or after insert, update, delete, and undelete operation. So trigger are used to perform custom actions in Salesforce like updating fields, calling external services, or enforcing complex business logic. So you can see here we are using the trigger, and here we are seeing the description like new account created when you triggered this. Okay, after it is before inserting. So this you can see. The next is difference between workflow and process builder. So in workflow, action supported are field update, email, task, outbound message, whereas in process builder the actions supported are more actions in including record creation, update, email, chatter, post. And workflow, multi if else not supported, and in process builder it is supported. In workflow, time based action is supported, and in also process builder it is supported. Calling apex is not directly in workflow, but in process builder you can use calling can app class call. Okay, process builder is more advanced and allows complex branching logic. What is Apex? So Apex is a strongly typed object-oriented programming language used in Salesforce to perform server-side logic. Okay, it is used to perform server-side logic. It is similar to Java and used for developing custom business logic, triggers, batch processing, web services, and asynchronous jobs. So these are the things it is used for performing. What are the visual force page? So visual force is a framework that allows developers to build custom user interfaces for Salesforce apps using HTML, CSS and Apex. Okay, and visual forces page are the tag based and can be styled or made interactive using JavaScript. This is the example. The next is, what is a lightning component? So lightning component are UI framework used to build dynamic and responsive web apps for mobile and desktop. Okay, it is an component that are used for UI frameworks. Okay, you have to remember. And it includes aura component and lightning web component. So aura component is older model with a component event structure, whereas lightning web component is modern approach using JavaScript and web standards. Let's move on. Explain governor limits in Salesforce. So these are the governor limits. Governor limits are the Salesforce way of ensuring that no single customer monopolize shared resources. Okay, for example, SOQL queries max 100 transaction per transaction is allowed. For record returned by SOQL, max 50,000, and DML statement can be max 150 per transaction. So these limits are enforced to ensure efficient use of resources and avoid system crashes. Okay. Next, what is the difference between role and profile in Salesforce? So role is basically a purpose of controls record level access, and profile is to control object level access. In role, hierarchy is there, but in profile there is no hierarchy. Role is optional, but profile is mandatory for every user. Role determines who can see what, while profile determines what you can do. What is the use of Sandbox in Salesforce? So a sandbox is a copy of a production environment used for development, testing and training without affecting real data, guys. Okay. Types include developer sandbox, which is for development and unit testing. The next is partial copy sandbox, which is include some data. And last is full sandbox, that completes copy of production including data and metadata. So what is SOQL and SOSL? So first, SOQL is full form having Salesforce Object Query Language, which is used to fetch records from a single object or related object. Okay. So here is the example: select ID name from the account where name is equal to TCS. And SOSL is Salesforce Object Search Language, which is used to search across multiple objects and fields. Example: find TCS in all fields returning from account name and contact name. Next, what is a junction object? So a junction object is used to create a many to many relationship between two objects. Okay, junction object is specifically to create many to many relationship. It is a custom object with two master detail relationship pointing to the two objects. Next, explain sharing rules in Salesforce. So sharing rules allow you to grant additional record access to users in role, public groups or territories beyond the organization wide defaults. It support owner based sharing rules and also the criteria based sharing rules. What is the difference between standard and custom objects? So here you can see standard object provided by Salesforce, whereas custom objects is created by user or developer. Example of a standard object is account, contact, opportunity, whereas custom object examples are student C, invoice C. The custom object allows businesses to tailor the Salesforce experience. Next, what is the use of Apex batch classes? So Apex batch classes are used for processing large data sets asynchronously in Salesforce. Okay, the batch job breaks records into chunks and processes each chunk separately. Structure, you can say start method is for fetch data, execute method is for process data, and finish method is for finalize. And we can implement database dot batchable, then we can write S objects. This is how it's all. These are the most asked question in Salesforce. I hope you all understand. Do subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and thank you for the support, guys. Bye bye.